Hey, hello YouTube. I'm Karan from India, and in this video, we're gonna talk about the amazing batch store and its code. So, if you haven't seen the other video of the introduction of the batch store, so you should check that video out first because it contains how the batch store looks, and here we are going to talk about how it works. So, if I will double click on this executable files that I have converted my batch code into the executable, and if you can see here that it is of 17 MBs, that's quite large amount of size in text coding. So I'm going to double click on it, and you can see here it is extracting all the plugins of the batch store, and once it will done, it will start the batch store. And here you will see a booting screen, and it is now loading up, and you can see here that that's how the best store looks like. And here are a lot of articles from our blog, that's the www.TheBATeam.org, and we are oftenly posting plugins and new things about the batch or CMD on the blog, so you can directly read about them here in even slow internet connections or slow speeds. So I have very slow internet connection, so it is still working fine. And to look out for the other parts of the store, just visit the batch store intro video or use this batch store. Just download it from the link given in the description, and you will know about all the other parts. So I'm going to close it and directly went into this. Let's directly jump into the batchstore.bat, and I'm going to open it with Sublime text editor. So that's my favorite one, and here is the files folder. So let's go into it, and there are 51 plugins. So so these all helps in work perfect for working of the batch store. And the idea, as you know, that came from Papertronics, and Sonak has provided us the important plugins for the batch store. So that's a quite teamwork. And here we are going to talk about the code. So let me close other things up, and let's talk about the batch store. And here you can see I'm setting up the title. So the code is mainly of quite a large length, and I'm going to explain it by dividing it into three parts. So the first part is the main part, the second part is the show info part. So I'm going to show you the screens. Here I'm going to double click on it, and as you can see here, batch store is booting up, and as it's started loading, and here you can see that it is loading up. It has loaded, and there are main three screens of the stores. So this is the first screen, the main screen. The second one is the about us, the about the batch store, the second screen, and the third screen is after this loading. So this is the main screen, and if I will click on this batch game, the maze game by Sonak. So here is the third screen, the summary screen. So here you can read a little summary about the article. And if I'm trying to download the game, so I will directly click on download button, and it started downloading the game, and it has downloaded the game, and you can play directly by saving it on on your computer. So I'm going to close it, and here in the code, let's see the downloaded file first. We have downloaded the maze game. Let's extract it and open it. Let's play the maze game here. Okay, let's extract it again and play maze. Here you can see the maze game. Let's play it. Press 1, and you can play it by WSAD keys. So here you can see the files and plugins are perfectly fine and working great. So that's okay. So let's talk about the code. Here I'm going to start it, and let's see the code. Here's the code, and in the top we are setting up some variables, and we are starting the things here. Here we are checking up which operating system is this. So if it is Windows 10, and if else, so in the case of Windows 10, I don't know why Microsoft has done this, but there is a problem in the CMD of Windows 10. So as they have allowed the Control C and Control V commands inside the CMD, so they have little bit ruined the classical console screen. So they have increased the size of the characters. For example, the characters has more height than length. In all other Windows version, the CMD console has the same dimensions for the character, but in Windows 10 it has different dimensions for a single character. So that results in different output of the program in Windows 7 and Windows 10. So we have to specially design the batch store for Windows 10 and then change the design according to Windows 7. So here you can see that if the current operating system is Windows 10, so we have set the mode X and mode Y, the characters in width and characters in height as 122 and 40. But if it is another operating system, we have to change the height as from 40 to 54. But if you will run the store in both the operating systems, Windows 10 and Windows 7, it will appear like the same size. So there is a difference in CMD screen. So in code you have to maintain the difference to give the same output to users in the different operating systems. So here we are positioning the window from 200 to 30 position. So let me show you how this code is working. So if I will move the window here and click on the home button, so you can see here it has directly moved the console screen to a specified location so that user can easily see all the information on the CMD console. Because if you will do it this thing and take it back, all the data is gone, because graphics on CMD are not fixed like characters. So the graphics are like temporary things, and once you will minimize it and maximize it, they were all gone. So we need to add a refresh button to fix this problem, and after refreshing you will see that all the graphics will come back. And here the code is this thing, and we are here the loading you will see again the same problem. So this loading you are going to see in your batch store. So it is loading, it is not the fake loading, it is a real-time loading. It is calculating for step-by-step success of the calculation, and then it is showing you loading. So here you can see I have created a loading function. It is showing me the loading, and after getting the info from the blog into our database files, and there is another we are saving the data from the database into the variables. So while loading data into RAM, and after loading that we are again showing loading from, because the first step is over. And now we are manipulating thumbnail links, and I have also provided the comments for your sake of your understanding, so they will help you in understanding the code better. So this is the thumbnail, and after that we are downloading the thumbnails for our store so we can show them on the console. Here you can see here loading each step, and after that we are jumping into the main screen, and here we are started displaying the screen or setting up the screen, and here we are calculating things. And here you can see that the pixel width of one character is 7 pixels in Windows 10, while in Windows 7 Windows or other Windows it is the same as 7, but the height of the character in Windows 10 is 8, while in other Windows it's 11. So it's quite annoying. So we need to do everything variably. So we converted everything into variables and act according to that, so that we can easily fix the bugs for Windows 7 and Windows 10 compatibility. And now you can run easily this store on Windows 7 and Windows 10. So these are the problems I am talking about that I have faced while creating this batch store. It's quite long project and bigger one. So I have decided to explain the code by myself. So here we are setting some variables to position up the things on the console, and here we are actually displaying the data on the console. So this is the header, this is the footer, and here we are fixing a bug. And if it is Windows 10, and this is for just for compatibility, and there are extra buttons and much more. Here is the actual showing of data. So this loop is this for loop is this thing. So let me load it, and after the loading we are let it load, and here we are in the main function, and 1 2 3, as you can see here, these all are loaded one by one, not all at once. So this one by one loading is due to this for loop. We are showing all the data inside this for loop, and after the for loop we are stopping for the user input, and we are using get input for getting the input because it is much easier to use. All you need to do is just write /i500 to disable the keyboard, and here you can specify as many boxes coordinates, and you can easily get the button kind of things on the console. And here we are checking for the actions according to the user for navigation: first click, right navigation, left navigation, and the footer click, the header click. So these all are areas we have defined previously. And here we are showing the info according to that. If you will click on some article, and for example let me click on the analog clock, and here you can see it is the show info area. So it is the show info. So we are jumping into show info now. So here you can see we are setting up things. There is the show info loop and loading. So the loading is not fake, loading is real time, and adjusting the height of the thumbnail according to the size, so that we are getting the information about this thumbnail and writing lines around it according to that, so that it will also always fix in the specified location and don't mess up with other things on the console screen. Here we are showing calculating for the extra buttons, and excuse me, I'm still not well. So here we are calculating the length of the title and fixing it if it is bigger than the console size, this title. And here we are calculating for the date, time, and how many the difference between the today's and the published date. So it is 93 days ago. So let me download the file, and here we are just showing everything on the console. The previous we have calculated, and now we have showed everything on the console. Here it has downloaded the analog clock project. Let's save it on the desktop, and after loading let's minimize it, and it's all done. And here we are just checking for where it is clicked and do the actions according to that. And now there is the last screen about us. So every graphical data is gone. Click on refresh. Let's click on about the store. So it is this section now, about store. So the whole coding is basically divided into 3 parts. Here is the about section, and the design is designed by Volvo. Everything is designed by Volvo. So that in the design we have to put everything according to the design. So as you can see here, the code is small, and we have calculated everything and displayed everything. And now we are displaying the about us.dat data, that this text data from reading from the file, that is about us.dat. and we are displaying it using a display doc function that we have created in the plugins, and that's all. And this is just an extra function that we have created to extract file names from the links. So that's all the code of the batch store. Seems like it's nothing, but it has taken a lot of time to just create it. And let's talk about how the plugins work and what is the role of plugins. So here you can see bat box function, button function, date difference, date format, display doc, download, all this plugin, out of which 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 8, almost 8 plugins that created by KVC, and this is created by TheBATeam. And these are most of the plugins like convert.exe as provided by Sonak. So these are all plugins like provided by Akini, created by D3NX, and insert BMP is a great plugin. It is all the source of this beautiful output on the console. So all these things you are watching on this CMD screen, creating a beautiful interface, it's due to that insert BMP plugin. So one important thing is that to use this batch store, you just need an active internet connection. Without an internet connection, it will give you an error. For example, let me disconnect my internet connection, and now I'm going to close it and I'm going to run the batch store again. As you can see here, it is extracting the plugins. After extracting, it will give you error because it cannot get that information from the internet, and here is you can see that error in connection. So you cannot access the batch store while offline. You need to be online. So if you are too lazy to go to the website and you just want an easy solution for getting the plugins, and you want to keep an eye on the TheBATeam, that if there is a new latest article on available or not, so you can just open the batch store and grab the article. Here you can see a lot of articles, and here I'm going to show you that what happens if there is no download link and you try to download that article. So here is the article by me, that's convert an exe file into that simple text file. So there is no download link provided, no example file, so I know that I'm going to click on download files. So what the function will do, it will get the file and read the file. It's not a file, it's downloading and getting the page from the blog, and when it will not get any media file link or the example files, so it will give you this error. You can pause the video and it will get you back to the screen. So there is almost no bug. If you will find some bugs, please report it to the TheBATeam, and you can download this from the link given in the description. I hope you like this. Feel free to comment. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and do share with this video. Please share this video because there are a lot of batch programmers out there who don't know about these amazing things in batch or CMD. So we want to show every batch programmer to get and learn